Hey guys, me DJ here, and the reason I'm here right now is because I just beat The Walking Dead Season 2, Episode 5, No Going Back, and I felt like I should have a little review of the episode. So let's get into the episode. Episode 5 is after Episode 4, and it starts, which everyone should know, at a gun battle. So let's just talk about what I like about the episode. It's very tense. It's the most tense episode in all of the Walking Dead Telltale history. I think it's more tense than the show itself. I actually prefer this a lot. I love the show, don't get me wrong, but now season 5 of the show, they're going into more of an action, more of a not survival sort of type thing. And I mean, I don't know what that's going to be like. It may be cool, it may not. But The Walking Dead is sort of a both. I mean, it's not action. They're trying to be safe. They're trying to survive. That's what I love about that series. The series, well, seasons. So, what else did I like about this? The growth of character before the season ends. You explore the characters before anything happens. And it's amazing to see all these characters and stuff. They really, some people didn't like episode 4. I thought it was amazing character development episode. I wasn't a fan of Kenny in that episode for some reason. But episode 5, each character had its moment, and each character had a lovable moment, except for Mike, I think. And I'll get to that near the half of the video. I'm going to have a little spoiler talk. So, do I think everybody should play this game? Yes, everyone should play this game. It's a crime if you don't at least watch it. Which brings me to my next point. I'm going to be doing a Let's Play of The Walking Dead. I'm going to purchase Season 1. Probably 400 days. Maybe, maybe not. And I'm going to play through all of Season 1. And play all of Season 2. And hopefully there's going to be an extra episode like Season 1 did with 400 days. Which would be pretty nice. I think you got it if you had your Season 1 pass. Which I feel like that'd be a really cool thing. But here I'm going to announce this. Season 3 was confirmed. Anybody else watching my videos and wonders if there will be a Season 3. Telltale confirmed it. The story of Clementine will continue in Season 3, which has me confused of how much work they're going to put into it. And I'll explain later. So, do I think this was the best episode? This was probably the best episode of all the Walking Dead history. This episode is better than any of the episodes they've done from any series. I've seen the full walkthrough of The Wolf Among Us. I liked it. It was pretty cool. It's not for me. I just didn't want it. I probably will buy Season 1 if it goes on a disc and probably play through that if a Season 2 of The Wolf Among Us is coming out. But I don't know. But The Walking Dead Season 2, Episode 5 is amazing. It's just something that grabs you and your heart starts beating like, oh my gosh, what's going to happen? I feel like if you want to not get robbed out of a good experience, do not watch the other half of this video, because it's going to be a crime to rob yourself out of an amazing game with amazing storytelling and just an amazing episode 5. It was really amazing. So, what do I give this episode? I give it a 10 out of 10. The episode was amazing. It had great action, great character development, and a great story for Season 3 to take off of, which is going to be pretty hard. I feel like they're going to put a lot of work into it. They're going to have to, because of these endings. Well, yeah, endings. There's different endings to the game, which is a first in their whole series, their whole time doing anything. Season 1 didn't. So we're going to get into the spoiler talk, I guess. So right off the back, you're in a gunfight. You're in a gunfight with the Russians and Arvo, which, Arvo's a complete dick. I don't know why people, want to, I don't know. It's just the characters that, some of the characters think Arvo is a good person. I'm like, no, he's not. He's the one that still sent the Russians to get us. It's like, are you fucking kidding me? Anyway, you have a choice to get the baby or go to cover at first. I chose to go to the baby. Both playthroughs, I think. Yeah. And my Xbox controller just died. I'm still at the main menu of The Walking Dead. Because I'm hooked on it. That episode hooks you. It makes you be like, did I make the right decision? Or do I have to go back? Or do I need to restart? Or do I need to restart the whole season for the choices I made? Well, anyway, continuing on. You rest at a little place. It's like a little electricity plant, sort of like, well, it's next to towers and all that crap. And it's Luke's birthday. I think either it was at midnight, so that means the day after the shooting is his birthday, or the day of the shooting, it was his birthday. Either way, it was Luke's birthday. Happy birthday. Oh yeah, Jane comes back. She saves Kenny, sort of. Stabs a guy in the back of the neck. And stuff. So yeah, going on, they come up to a river, to a house, because Arvo says, I'll take you some supplies, just don't hurt me, leave me alone, all that crap. Because he's just a coward and a horrible person. So we get to the ice, like the house, across the river. There's like a little lake, sort of, and they're like, there's no way around this, we gotta go across. So they start going across. Luke was shot in the leg. And so they start walking. And Luke starts cracking or whatever. Because Arvo tries to run off. Kenny runs after him. He catches Arvo. And Luke's stuck in the middle of the ice. It starts cracking. One piece breaks. He's halfway in the water. You have a choice to either get the walkers off of Luke, or go and try to help Luke. So you go try to help Luke. You both fall in the water. And a walker tries to grab you, push you off in the water. And then you grab Luke to help him get up. A walker grabs onto Luke and brings him down. It was the saddest scene I've ever seen in The Walking Dead. It's so sad. And like, on the day of the shooting, like after all the shooting, he's like, I can't believe I'm the only one left from my group. And it's sort of sad, like he's the only one who survived. It's like, what? It's so messed up. Sometimes, and Kenny are the only ones left in their original group, like episode 1 of season 1. I gotta get this out of the way, sorry. Okay. So after that, Luke falls in the water. He gets pulled down by a walker, and he just fades away, going down, down, down. And he dies. There's no doubt about it, because if you choose to shoot the walkers off of Luke, he goes under the water still. And then Clementine walks over to where Luke's pounding. You start hitting or shooting the ice. You get into the ice, or you don't. I don't know which. I got into the ice. And you have to like try to get a hold of yourself. And then you look over and you see Luke that's already dead. Which I wish I could pull him up and shoot him in the head. Because even though he drowned, he's still turned into a walker. He'll just be trapped underwater. Which is a bad way for him to end up. Either way, he's turning into a walker in the water. And that kind of brought a tear to my eye, because Luke was an amazing character. He was my favorite. Actually, a leak happened, and everyone thought it was going to be a choice between Kenny and Luke. And I was like, oh my gosh, it's going to be a big choice. I can't believe I found out about the spoiler. I was pissed. But when this happened, I was just like, what? That brought me by surprise. I was really like, oh my gosh. Alright, so you get to the house. There's some food there. There's also a truck. You try to get the car running. And by nightfall, you walk over to the house because something woke you up. And you see Arvo and Mike by the truck. They are getting into the truck. And Clementine comes over. You're like, what are you doing? But you could take out your gun and aim at him. Like, Mike, what's happening? And then Bonnie comes up. All right, I got all this stuff. We got to go. And I'm like, oh, fuck. You fucking whore. Anyway, they try to leave with Arvo because Mike feels sorry for Arvo, saying he's like a good kid in a bad position, which I think is total fucking bullshit. Bonnie is a stupid whore. Anyway, you can either yell for help or put the gun down or threaten Mike. I threatened Mike and I yelled for help. And if you do any of them, Arvo shoots you. And it depends. If you go into the water for Luke, Bonnie will be like, oh my gosh, Clementine. But if you don't, Mike is like, oh my gosh, Clementine. And Bonnie's just like, it don't matter. She's a piece of crap kid. I think she said she's a terrible person. Leave her. I was like, you fucking bitch. And, I was really pissed. You go to a flashback with Lee. And I'm like, wait, was that all a dream? I was like confused. Then you wake up and you're with Kenny, the baby, which is named Alvin Jr. I wish we had a chance to name him Lee. That would be the best moment in The Walking Dead history, even in the comics or anything. Comics, sorry. And basically, you get in not a car crash. Kenny goes to see what's up ahead. Jane and Kenny were fighting. And walkers are coming. Unfortunately, it wasn't cold enough yet for the walkers to freeze. Which, if you don't know in The Walking Dead, if it's way too cold, the walkers can barely move and they'll fall on the ground and they'll freeze. And the walkers can't move around. That's why a lot of people want to go up north. That's why there's Wellington and stuff like that. Anyway, you go over there. Jane leaves with the baby and you're out by yourself. At this moment, I thought you were just going to wander until you die. And it'd get a little harder, and then you run out of ammo, and then you're just walking away from walkers, because you're just in the middle of a blank white screen with snow, and you can barely see Clementine. You can see walkers. You gotta shoot them to go through. And I'm like, this is just like the ending of Halo Reach, where you just fight to the death, and when you die, you die. And I was like, is this how it's gonna end? But you get to the stop. Kenny's there, and you're like, where's the baby? Jane has it. Jane walks up with no baby. And Jane's like, no matter what happens, you stay out of this. And Kenny comes back and he is pissed because Kenny becomes sort of like a father figure to this kid. And Jane basically killed the kid. Not yet, actually. So they fight. They go outside and they start fighting. And then you pick up a gun. And the biggest decision in The Walking Dead that defines every ending. You either A, choose Kenny, or B, let Kenny kill Jane. I did both. I let Kenny kill Jane in my second walkthrough because at the first walkthrough, I was like, oh my gosh, I don't want to kill Kenny. All right, bam, and I shot Kenny. I didn't mean to. I love Kenny. He's a great guy. But then you have another choice. If you saved one of the people, you can leave them. Like, say you're just too mad and you can't be around Jane because she killed Kenny. Essentially killed Kenny. You can just leave. You can be by yourself again, just like the ending of the season 1, which is pretty sad. Or you can go with them, like you can go with Jane, or you can be by yourself. So if you go with Jane, you go back to Carver's hideout, and you meet strangers or whatever, and you can bring those strangers in, or you can push them out. So those are all the endings for Jane. Or you can let Kenny kill Jane, and you can also kill Kenny as well. After he kills Jane, you can be like, you can pull out your gun and just shoot him in the head. I saw that ending on YouTube. I didn't do that ending. So you walk away. You can either be by yourself or kill Kenny and put him out of his misery because he says he'd want to die unless he had something worth fighting for, which he didn't because Sarita died, Katja died, Duck died, all that stuff. But I decided to let Kenny live and we can go together because he was there since the beginning and we're like pals and stuff. So we get to Wellington and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is actually Wellington. Maybe Chris is there. The lady at the front gate, which these gates are huge. This place is fortified. This place is safe forever. Like, if you see the place, it is the best sanctuary out of all the Walking Dead. Better than Alexandria, Hilltop, all those places. Even the prison. Well, the prison was shit, so. I love the prison story. I love it. But, you know, whatever. Then she tells you bad news. Wellington is full and she cannot take any more people into the sanctuary. Then Kenny's like, wait. What? We just traveled all here. Why can't we get in? There's just too many people. Sorry. So Kenny says, wait, just take the kids. Take the kids. Leave me. You don't have to give me any supplies. Just take the kids. So you have a choice. You can leave Wellington completely with Kenny and try to survive out there on your own. Or you can go to Wellington and leave Kenny behind. And Kenny gives you his hat to give to Alvin Jr. when he grows up, which is amazing. That ending made a tear come to my eye because you've known this guy since season 1 and you're letting him go. So those are basically all the endings. How are they going to pull this off in season 3? I think all of these are going to have relevance. Wellington's going to fall. That's one thing that will probably happen. Or the Carver place will probably fall. And you're going to stick with Jane or you're going to stick with Kenny. Or that Kenny or that Jane will die. Now, I think in The Walking Dead season 3, it'll take place. It'll have that 3-year loop that the comics did, maybe. I don't know. But it's going to be pretty hard to pull off. Because there's so many endings that you can choose. That's why Telltale said, determine your fate with Clementine or whatever. Or Clementine's fate is in your hands. Because you choose. Are you going to kill him? Or are you going to let her live? Are you going to kill him after? Are you going to go with them? Are you going to let people in? Are you going to go there? Are you not going to go there and go with someone else? Or whatever. This is all your choice. And that's what I loved about this episode. That's what killed it. That's why I love the season 2 a little bit more than season 1. Because that ending lets you know that Telltale is committed to making you create your own choice and story. I think I'm going to end it right there. That's a good line to end it. Thank you guys for listening to my little spoiler review of The Walking Dead Season 2, Episode 5. Unfortunately, Telltale is making other series like Game of Thrones and Tales from the Borderlands. I don't give a shit about those two series. Game of Thrones, I don't watch. I could care less. I'm not the biggest fan of Borderlands. I never played. Well, I actually played it once. But I'm like, Telltale, really? And the thing that's pissing me off is, when are they going to do The Walking Dead again? Like, are you going to do it? They said they confirmed to season 3. I think we are going to get an extra episode that's going to lead up to season 3, like what they did with 400 Days, coming this December or early spring. Then, I think The Walking Dead season 3 will come out fall 2015 or December 2015. That's what they've been doing for all of their releases. Like The Walking Dead season 1 released in fall of 2012, I think, toward 2011. I'll have to look that up, but because I'm curious of when they might release season 3, because I am a committed Walking Dead fan. I love this. I love that series. I love season 2. My hype just got over the craziness. That was amazing. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. This was a one-time thing, really. I just had to get all my hype out. And look forward to The Walking Dead Let's Play. Sorry. I'm going to be doing the Let's Play of all of Season 1. Probably 400 days, maybe. I don't know, I may hate Bonnie too much. Bonnie's... I hate her. Anyway, I will do Season 1, then move on to Season 2, do all of Season 2. Hopefully by then, Season 3 may be around the corner. Or maybe the episode after that, or something. Because we need The Walking Dead Telltale. That's what made you big. Well, I mean, other things did, but, you know, The Walking Dead is huge, and you need to continue it. Hopefully this gets out to them. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Later.